Hi, my name is Christine. Recently, we asked students at the business school to send in their questions of what they wanted to ask our new dean, Professor Greg Whitwell. We received many interesting questions and great responses, so thank you for your participation. Today, I am actually sitting down with Greg to find out what he has to say. So thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure, Christine.
What are your top 3 strategic priorities for the business school over the next 5 years?
First priority is that we continue to ensure through our research, our teaching and through our engagement activities that we help to make people's lives better. The second is that we are a truly globally oriented business school with a comprehensive international strategy. And the third is to do with our organisational culture. I want this to be a business school with a clear sense of identity, a sense of being distinctive, and a business school that celebrates the idea of collegiality and inclusion.
Why do you think it's so important that the business school embrace cultural diversity across both its students and staff?
It clearly offers an enormous number of advantages and opportunities. Culturally diverse teams bring different ideas, different perspectives, different ways of looking at things. Cultural diversity helps to challenge assumptions. So I think it encourages new approaches and it discourages groupthink.
Are you in favour of flipped classrooms and more online integrated learning?
Absolutely I am. I think it's critically important. We are already using flipped classrooms in some of our courses, but I think increasingly more and more of our approach to teaching and learning has to be something that embraces the flipped classroom approach.
What's the best career advice you've ever received?
Well, I'd have to be frank and say that I've not actually received too much advice, but something that really sticks in my mind is the advice that you've got to do the things that you're most passionate about.
If you had one piece of advice for current students, what would that be?
Of course, you should be concentrating on your study and you should be trying to do well academically, but you should be seeing university as an opportunity to meet people, to join clubs, societies. There are so many activities that are available, so many events that you can attend. So I would say do all those things. Be inspired, meet people.
What top 3 graduate attributes do you think employers are really looking for?
Well, of course, employers are looking for evidence of academic achievement. Let me say though, what matters to them is less what you've studied, but how well you've performed. So I think it's actually important to choose subjects, to choose units that really interest you. Second thing that employers are looking for are your leadership skills, but more generally your ability to be able to work with other people, to work in teams, to work collaboratively. The other key attribute that employers are looking for is that people have great communication skills. They want people who can talk with conviction, they want people who can challenge assumptions, and they want people who can put forward a convincing and compelling proposition.
What are your hobbies and what might you get up to during your free time?
I am an addict of bookstores and I could spend hours, and I do spend hours when I can, walking around bookstores, every section. And I love going to movies. Again, time's fairly limited, but I do love seeing movies. Thirdly, I really love photography. I like taking photos. But I also like using software to develop photos and print them, use them as an opportunity to reminisce about places that I've been to.
If you could recommend business books for students, what would they be?
I think it's really important to read books that debunk the notion that there are 7 secrets of success. I have to admit that I'm somewhat sceptical of books to do with from good to great and so on. So I would recommend books such as Michael Rayner's The Strategy Paradox, anything that Jules Goddard has written. But in addition, there's a book by Ralph DeBelli, and it's called The Art of Clearly Thinking. And I think that's just a fabulous book.
Thank you again for having a chat with us. And thank you to the students who've participated in our Ask the Dean campaign.